2, 1. And we are live with last minute planned episode just today. I keep doing this on a regular basis. I didn't have time to bring in Father Matthew Howell. I'll get in trouble for that later, but I wish he was here with me. And we're starting late, so I apologize if you can forgive me because I was substitute teaching one of our classes for the St. Athanasius Academy. I just finished and came straight on here with you, Father James.
Well, good afternoon and a joyous feast of the Annunciation to everyone.
Joyous feast. Do you mind opening us with a prayer before we start talking?
Absolutely, I'll do that. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Oh, Lord our God, we give you thanks for your mercy, for your protection each day. And Lord, on this feast of the Annunciation, the feast in which the most holy Theotokos said yes to you, and at the beginning of the incarnation, the beginning of our salvation, we just offer our praise and thanksgiving for all that you're doing in our lives. And Lord, during this very difficult time and this journey in the wilderness, we just pray for your grace and for your continued goodness in surrounding us with your healing presence. And we just ask that for all those who are listening to this broadcast to open up our hearts and our minds in all the ways that you are showing us for the use of technology and other means in this time. And we just offer ourselves to you in thanksgiving in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for that prayer.
Absolutely.
You're cutting in and out a little bit for me, and I think if you just adjust your mic, I don't know if anybody else is hearing the same thing.
Okay, I'll bring it a little closer.
Yeah, let's try that and see how that goes. So I might be the only one hearing it. I'm not sure. But
let me know if I'm cutting out, and I'll just use the mic on my computer.
Okay. Do you mind introducing yourself? I know I've had you on before. I think that was just over a year ago when I had you on.
It was about a year ago. I'm Father James Hamrick, and I am pastor of St. John the Baptist Parish, which is in Lewistown, Maryland. In Frederick County, we're about an hour west of Baltimore and about an hour northwest of DC.
Okay, I've got someone else saying it's also echoing for them. Okay. I can technically hear you, but I don't know why it's kind of messing up a little bit.
Let me try to take the headphones off and see if that works better.
Okay, we'll try it and see.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
And so we're going to try to make that work. Okay. So if you saw my announcement for today's episode, we're talking about live streaming simultaneously to Facebook Live and to your website. This is a tool that Father and I found over the weekend. You finally got it working, and I'm very excited about it. So I'm going to give an overview about it, and then I want you to talk about your experience. And I think I'm going to be able to share your page here so we can see it. But basically, it's called VidLive. And what it does is when you live stream to Facebook, we know there's some people who still, even though you don't have to have an account to go watch that, they're still hesitant. They don't want to go to the website at all. And so what this does is with a widget, you install a widget on your church website, and they just go to your church website and they can see it there, the exact same feed that's at Facebook. So you spent how much of Saturday working on this?
Well, I spent the better part of the day working on it, but part of that was because I was trying to do things intuitively instead of being disciplined about reading the directions that the company VidLive gave. And so I can talk to you a little bit more about that. Probably one of the most, the first thing you have to do, and you're absolutely right, not only are some people reluctant on going onto Facebook, but in our case, we have some older members in our parish who don't even have Facebook accounts, including my own mother. And so I know that in talking to you, Deacon Adam, that there had been issues with other live streaming whereby even though Facebook, supposedly you don't need a Facebook account to be able to see it as long as you make it public. Some of the viewers were experiencing pop-ups about every 30 seconds asking to log in to their Facebook account or create a Facebook account. And so I knew that we needed to have a solution whereby they could go directly to the web page and be able to view that streaming. So the first thing that I had to do was to create create a Facebook developers account. And so if you're interested, and I'd encourage you all to consider doing this, you first need to go to the developers page, which is developers, and that's with an S, developers.facebook.com. Be logged into your Facebook account first. And then that will direct you to the developers page. And if you have not already been registered as a developer, it will take you through a sequence of questions. And that's a little bit laborsome, but it's pretty straightforward. And since I registered through our church Facebook page, they forced me to register as a business. And so there is some things there in terms of that business that you have to submit to them. And even and so if they can't find your parish publicly through their search, through their automated search, which they were not able to for us, I'm not sure why, but I had to submit our articles of incorporation to verify. What they want to do is they want to verify that you're a legitimate entity. And so it doesn't matter, and it's going to take some time to get that approved officially, but it doesn't matter for purposes of being able to use this, the widget from VidLive. And so they give you, Facebook will then, after you submit that application for becoming a developer, you'll get basically an interim ID number, which then allows you to go ahead and proceed with the VidLive widget creation.
I'm typing these notes that you're talking about just so that we're keeping up with everybody in the comment section at VidLive.
That website is vidlive.co.
Yeah, it's not .com, it's .co.
Yeah, it's .co.
So I found your website. I'm gonna share my screen. And so I want them to, and so I'm going to have them see it. So let's bring this up. Here we go. And we'll share. And I'm going to bring this up into the screen. And I'm going to minimize and scroll down and let you talk about it.
Okay. So, yeah, I see it now. If you'll notice, what I've done is I actually created two sort of widgets. The first that you'll see, the smaller one in the right column, is an icon. You'll see with the host elevated. That's a link directly to our church's Facebook page. So if you want to view the Facebook or view the live stream directly from our Facebook page, which is where that live stream is actually going to, then you would just click there on that picture, and that would direct you to our Facebook. In fact, Deacon Adam, if you want to go ahead and click on that. Are you able to click on that icon? I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, so that'll take you to our parish's our Facebook page. And then if you go back, just click back. So again, that would be for people who already have Facebook accounts. I don't recommend those that don't have Facebook accounts and using that just because of the aggravation of having to deal with that pop-up every 30 seconds or so. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll come to another icon there, and that's actually a picture of me. I think it was last Pascha that someone had taken. So that image there, that image field, is the actual screen. That's the widget that I created through VidLive that actually brings the live stream from the Facebook page directly there. So there's really not a lot more to that. I could even try, if you're interested, I can even try to go on and do a test of that right now. But that widget there is what people would go to when we begin the live stream.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. What I would encourage priests to think about, I know we have a lot of clergy that are still not big fans of the live streaming. You know, a lot of our jurisdictions, it's been requested by the bishops that we do this, everyone that can. And something I want to recommend that you think about is really try to think about the life of the visitor. And there's so many liturgies available already online. And I think there's, and this is my gut feeling, and I specialize in evangelistic activities, missionary activities, outreach. This is where I've spent, the last 7 years full time. But I'm convinced getting to know that potential visitor, if they can get access to see what they're going to experience, if they get a sneak peek right before they come at your website of what your temple looks like, of who you're pre-serving, your choir, when they walk in, there's a much higher chance that they're going to be familiar. I do this with sports venues. I do that with concerts. I want to know where I'm going, what I'm going to do, where are the restrooms, where am I going to sit? Like anytime we're going to something and there's like a virtual experience available online, this is where we are now as a culture. We want to check it out first. We're not checking out instead. We're just doing a little bit of research before we show up. And so I think this could actually improve that first visit. And they're more likely to have a worship experience. They're more likely to engage with God in their first visit versus when they're walking in and it's all brand new. And we need to be honest that a lot of visitors are repulsed because of their background, the way they've been brought up, especially in Protestant America. They're going to be repulsed by a lot of what they see. We have clergymen that had admitted their first visit, they were repulsed, but they were partially drawn and they fought through that. So something to think about long term. Anything else you want to recommend?
The other thing I wanted to interject, Deacon Adam, is that also in our particular case, I had started a catechism class, and so we have a total of 8 adults, and the children are young, so I'm not catechizing them right now. But we had been meeting, and so there was an anticipation that I would be bringing these catechumens into the church at Pascha, and so we did not want to lose the opportunity especially for those new folks, and some of those folks had just started coming to the parish at the beginning of this year, and so for them not to be able to have that continuity of, at least in a virtual experience, being able to join us in the liturgy, I thought would be very detrimental. And so we're actually continuing our catechism classes online. That's through another platform, a free platform. We had our first virtual class this past Saturday, which worked out extraordinarily well. But the other thing I want to say, especially to the clergy who perhaps don't have the technical experience or web building experience, and I really don't myself. But in our particular platform is Orthodox Web Solutions, and I know Father John is very supportive if you have questions. But in the case of the Vid Live, you don't need to be an HTML code writer. When you go in after you become a Facebook developer and you go in to create the widget, it is as simple as it's actually a key that is generated for the cryptography, because everything is a secure transmission. And once that key has been created, automatically the Vid Live website will give you the actual HTML code that you actually just hit a button to automatically copy it, and you take it over into your website from your administrative platform, and you drop that into the location that you want it. And it's absolutely as simple as that.
Yeah, I would say if you have access to the HTML code on your website, even if you don't know how to do HTML, you can copy. I agree. You can copy and paste the code. If you don't have access and you don't know how to get there, then that's a different story. Oh, we have an update. Father Tom Zane said,
I see that.
Yeah, Orthodox Web Solutions just updated the platform. People put the Facebook feeds on their websites. Well, that's encouraging. That's good news. I don't know what that looks like, but if you're on Orthodox Web Solutions, that is now an option for you. Later today and tomorrow, I'm going to be exploring a couple of do-it-yourself providers such as Wix and Weebly. I'm going to see what they look like, Squarespace as well. See, the key there is that you got to have access to the HTML code. Wix provides an option for that, but it's kind of a workaround. It looks like Father Tom Zane has it up on his website, and so we'll take a look at that. But if you want to, Father Tom Zane, if you don't mind sharing a link to your website in the comment section so people can see what that looks like, and that would be good for those who have Orthodox Web Solutions. But I don't know how many of our churches actually use them as a provider. I manage about 10 church websites myself through proscomedia.com, and it says you only need to click on the Facebook feed once it starts and copy the link and then go. Okay, so I think what this might be, I'll double check on this. You might have to do it every time, and that's okay. The nice thing about VidLive is it's a one-time setup and you're done.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say, since I had to register as a business, it does cost $7 per month. But that's a very nominal fee, especially during this time when we're not publishing bulletins every week. So we have that cost savings. And so $7 is about what I would spend ordinarily just in 1 week on bulletins.
Yeah. You have to do the $7 version, and that's the business plan, so you can put it on the Facebook page.
Right.
Yeah. So I think Father Tom Zane just clarified. Yes, I think you have to. It's an option with Orthodox Web Solutions, but you'll have to go in and share it to the website every time. With VidLive, it's $7 a month. You set it up one time and you're done. You don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's up to you. At least there's a couple of options, and they're working on a setup so you don't have to update the video ID each time. So that's good. I'm glad they're working on that. So thanks for sharing that, Father Tom. Yes. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up? We pretty much covered all the details.
No, as I said, it's created an ease for some of our less technical parishioners. And as you saw on my website, you can customize your widget, put any image up there that you want. And so it just makes it very easy and convenient for our folks to be able to see the live stream liturgy. And we're going to try it actually this Friday evening as well for Stations of the Cross. So there's other services obviously that we can do, and you don't have to change anything. That's embedded there on our website for whenever it is that we do any live streaming.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Father Tom Zane has shared a tutorial. I'm thankful for his help, and he gave us that update. And thanks for coming on last minute today so we could talk about this. I know we still have a number of churches still scrambling to figure out live streaming in general, but for those that are looking for an advanced option, we are having more and more options on how to go to Facebook and your website at the same time. And I like to remind people, just think of the internet and Facebook and your website as a missionary field and a missionary activity. How do we reach these people? Okay. Father James, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. God bless everyone.
Oh, hold on. I want to share something. We've posted this. For those who have been following, I'm also the administrator of the St. Athanasius Academy of Orthodox Theology. And on our website, we just released the schedule and the list of subjects for the fall. And I'm very excited, Father James, you will be coming on teaching pre-algebra for middle school.
How about that?
I know, I'm excited. So we had 5 classes last year. We're expanding to 11. So we have 11 classes coming up in the fall. And so thanks for coming on and doing that.
Thank you for inviting me. And it's exciting to see the growth there with St. Athanasius.
Yeah, very exciting. So I'll share a link to that if you want to go see the updated schedule and available subjects. That's saaot.edu. I just put it in the comment section. Click on the homeschool link, and then in the homeschool link, that you can click on the schedule, and you can also click on the list of subjects. So I'll be hearing a lot about you in the fall.
All right.
From the students. Okay. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, same for you. Stay healthy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.